Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob Connor here once again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the complete collection of Marvel Studios Iron Man starring Robert Downey Jr. Now obviously it's not, obviously this collection is not new, but because I'm currently watching them, um, you know, I thought I'd do the collection video. I know it's probably been done before, but as I said, because I watch all the franchises each week, because I'm doing them, I thought I'd just do them, the collection together. If anyone wanted to watch this video. But anyway, as I say, obviously 3 current Iron Man DVDs. Obviously not the only appearance from Iron Man, only just 3 current DVDs, that are solely about Iron Man. Obviously he's Iron Man, the actual character, has been in loads of the Marvel films, the Avengers and Captain America and some of the others were on Spider-Man, so it's been in loads of stuff. I'm not sure how many appearances exactly in it. It was 10 or more. I'm not too sure, but it's quite a few appearances by Robert Downey Jr. I'm not sure if there's going to be another one or not. Is there? I'm not an expert on knowing about this, so maybe someone could tell me if there's going to be another one. I think maybe there will be. I'm not too sure. But anyway, obviously 3 currently, and obviously now starring Robert Downey Jr. And Terrence Howard, Jeff Bridges and Gwyneth Paltrow. Now I must admit I'm not a huge Robert Downey Jr. fan. I don't think I ever really was. I'm not too sure. I mean, this is just my opinion. I just don't really. Maybe it's his sort of comes across a bit of a arrogant sort of attitude. Sort of. Maybe it's because he's ever so rich and more powerful than most people, average people. Or maybe it's just he's wealthy and he just doesn't really care. But I just feel that I just don't really like his attitude. I just don't really like him personally. And I think there was a line with one of the movies where they said there was some trouble happening and could Iron Man go and save them or rescue them or whatever, and he was like, I'll send someone else, like send Superman. Or I thought I didn't really like that. I know it's dialogue in the film, but I didn't really like that, and because I'm not a fan of Robert Downey Jr. I totally didn't agree on that. Because if you was a hero, you wouldn't say send someone else. You'd go and sort it out, wouldn't you? If someone was needed rescuing, you'd go and take care of it. You wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm not going," So I didn't agree with that. I just don't like him. I mean, to be honest, he does do a good job. In all fairness, to be Iron Man, he is really good as Iron Man. To be fair, and I don't think anyone else. He looks like a Tony Stark. He's got that moustache and beard, I think that's supposed to be how, his appearance is. Tony Stark, he's got like a beard, isn't he? And, short hair, so I think, but, first Iron Man, now, I think, overall, it is good, and the action's great. And Robert Downey Jr. does well as Iron Man, and the action is really good, and the story is good. However, I think it's so long before he actually first becomes Iron Man that I think, I'm not sure. Sometimes when I'm watching it, it's just go to sleep for the first hour until he actually becomes Iron Man, or whether to just sit there and just be a bit fed up. But I just feel, it just takes a little while. But once he becomes Iron Man, it's alright, and the action's alright. But I think it's just because it's the first one, and it's just getting through all that, becoming Iron Man. You know, I generally think 2 and 3 are more probably enjoyable. I think once that comes, yeah. But you know, as I say, it is still pretty good. But you know, going into Iron Man 2. Now I think this is actually, in fairness, better than the first. Obviously, Mickey Rourke is the villain. Can't remember what the name. Whiplash. That's it. I forgot. And obviously, Gwyneth Paltrow's back. Downey Jr. again. He's really good as Iron Man. To be fair, in this, even though I don't like him so much. And then Don Cheadle is War Machine, and he does really good as War Machine. I really like the fact that War Machine is in it, and he does a really good job of being War Machine. I'm really glad that War Machine was in the second one. And Whiplash, Mickey Rourke does quite a good job as Whiplash. To be fair, I don't think Mickey Rourke is the best actor in the business, but you know, he does quite well as Whiplash. To be fair. And I quite like it. He is the villain, and as I say, Iron Man and War Machine are in it. And I think it's really good, to be honest. I do like it better than the first, because it just seems to be, you know, because now he's Iron Man, all that stuff, you know, waiting for him to come out, out of the way, he's Iron Man straight away. It's not long for this action, you know, and it's pretty much good all the way through. There's not really moments where it's boring, you know, there's a lot of action and stuff going on, and it's really good. And then the final battle's really good. I really like it. And then the confrontation between War Machine and Iron Man and Whiplash is really good. And I think it's all good stuff, to be honest. I don't think there's anything that I don't like about this, to be honest. No, I think it's all good, to be fair. Good last battle scene. Yeah, and I think it's all pretty good. All good stuff. Yeah, so I do like it better than the first. Now, coming into the third, obviously Downey Jr. back again, and does really well again as Iron Man. He is good as Iron Man, to be fair, in fairness. And Gwyneth Paltrow back again. She's okay, playing his girlfriend. She gets more of a bigger role in this, obviously. And Don Cheadle was back again, obviously. And Guy Pearce is in this, and Ben Kingsley. And I don't know, I don't think I like this as much as the second, but it is really good for the most part of it. And the action is really good, and yeah, the cast does really well, and it's pretty good. Although the only criticism I'd say about this is that, you know, he sort of goes on the news and says, you know, he tells his enemies, because he's fed up, I think because he has nothing to do and there's no one to fight, and then he goes on and just says to his enemies where he lives, and then to blow his place up, blow all his suits up and all his equipment, he's left with nothing. And then I'm not too sure about all that storyline where he just goes on the news and tells them where he lives, because you know, no superhero really does that, do they? And then do that, and they're left with nothing, and then trying to salvage and get back to being Iron Man. I'm not really on that whole story. I think that storyline could have been better in some way. Maybe someone could have befriended him and then found out where he lived and then told the enemies, rather than him doing it. But yeah, I didn't really like that. I do prefer the second one, but I think once it gets past that, and the last battle is really good. Fireman, Machine, and the other guys in suits or robots, whatever you want to call them. But that's really good at the end. It is a really good last battle scene. Pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, it's generally good. Good action. But I'd say 2. But anyway, it's not a ranking, but I'd say probably 2 out of those. I think's one I prefer. But you know, that's my opinions on them anyway. I think the Iron Man franchise is a good, solidish franchise. I'm not sure if I prefer Captain America more, or whether it's about half and half. But I do quite like the Captain America, Iron Man, and Avengers movies. I think they're all pretty good, solid, to be honest. I think they're a lot better than the X-Men films, to be honest, and maybe Spider-Man as well. I think these, the Avengers, these guys, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Avengers are all good. But yeah, anyway, that's the collection. So guys, and that's pretty much the end of the video. So hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and hope you guys enjoy this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Take care. Bye for now. See you soon.